Hello, nice to meet you all, and thank you for your patience to listen us today. My name is Luis Miguel Duarte. I'm a lawyer for 25 years now here in Lisbon, Portugal, and we are specially dedicated to foreign investment and immigration as well. We have been working with our Asian partners now for more than 12, 15 years, so it's a market and a culture that we are very well acquainted and that we know very well. I'm here just today to speak you about an immigration program based in Portugal that has the name as for Golden Visa Program. In fact, is a residence by investment program. It's a program quite different from others in Europe, and you'll see how just right next I can give you a brief explanation. This program started back in 2012. At that time, the main investment was real estate investment. That was the most popular one. Also, you could invest 1 million euros in the deposit bank, and also you could start up a new company with 10 new jobs. But in fact, the most popular investment way was through real estate. Those clients back that invested at that time, they are quite happy clients at this moment because the rate of growth of their investment was about 3, 5, sometimes more, 5%, more than 5% a year. So at the end of the program, after the 5 years, they end up with a property, and that property was valued more 20 or 30%. Well, due to many reasons in Portugal and change of government as well, it was decided to cancel the investment residence through investment in real estate. But a new opportunity just come, and this new opportunity that is offered is the investment through investment funds. So in fact, what you are doing is it's going to be a financial investment that has many advantages related to the other previous investments, and that we can detail in the future. The point is that Portugal is one of the most open countries to foreign nations and foreigners from all regions, including Asia, Africa, and South America. We Portuguese were the ones that were pioneers back in the 15th and 16th century discovering the world. So the Portuguese are a mix of different cultures and different people. So for us to welcome foreigners, it's our first name. So I would like to welcome you all to Portugal whenever you have the chance to come and to see our program. We will be more than glad to ask any questions that you have. Thank you. Hello. I'm now going to speak to you about the benefits of the Golden Visa program in Portugal. My name is Luís Miguel Duarte. I'm a lawyer here in Portugal, and what we work more here in our office is about immigration and foreign investment. So I would like to take this time just to let you know the advantage that you get through a golden visa investment here in Portugal. The ones that are golden visa holders, they have benefits here in Portugal, they have benefits in Europe, and in fact they have benefits worldwide. The benefits here in Portugal start by the requirement for you to stay in Portugal every year. This requirement, it's just 7 days per year, or can be 14 days for a period of 2 years. So it's a very short time that requires your presence in Portugal to keep the golden visa, and this is quite different from other visas that we have, and also from other investment programs around Europe. Also, you get the benefit of, under the same investment, you have the umbrella to bring all your family. They are entitled to have the family visa like you, the exactly same visa, the exactly same card, with the same rights that you have. And this is under the same investment. No extra or additional investment is need to be made. You can bring your spouse, your wife, your husband, your children, and also, even in some cases, your parents, everyone in your family that still depends economically on you. Also, you can use for free our healthcare system and our public education system. Portugal has high standards in terms of public education and also healthcare system. And those that are holder of residence cards, like the golden visa cards, they can use for free our health system with no limit whatsoever, and also our education system since kindergarten until university and master. Then you have benefits in Europe as well. If you are a golden visa resident, you can travel around all Europe without any other visa. You can travel around all Europe and establish yourself for a business or for a job occupation without any additional requirement. And you can do it all with the golden visa card, since Portugal is a member of the Schengen Treaty inside the European Union. Of course, that United Kingdom is outside this program now, but almost all other countries in Europe are enrolled in this program. So this means that the visa in Portugal is in fact a visa and a gateway for Europe. But not just for Europe, it's also a gateway for the world. And why? Because if you complete the 5 years of residency in Portugal, you are entitled to submit your application to become a Portuguese citizen. And if you have the Portuguese citizenship, you'll be holder of one of the 3 most powerful passports in the world. We can, in detail after, explain you what these benefits are. So we'll be more than happy to welcome you in Portugal and for you to experience for yourself the benefits that I just described you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexandre Vieira, but everybody knows me in Portugal as Alex. I'm a lawyer in Lisbon. I'm going to talk a little bit with you about the advantages of Golden Visa investment fund application in Portugal. First one is the easiest and quickest way to eligible for the Portuguese Golden Visa, because the program starts now at 500,000 euros. Is the most cheap program eligible in Europe. You have another programs in Europe, but some of the programs you have to give the money, like in Malta, to the government, don't have the access to investment. As I told you, is the cheapest investment in Europe. All the investments in funds in the Golden Visa program will be audited and evaluated by certificated independent companies in Portugal and for the government. The government as an institution, CMV, that you're going to check is the fund is legal, eligible, and more important, is the fund give the access to the client to the Golden Visa. Another thing that is very important is the lower value that enables solid and good profitable investments in the Portuguese capital. How can I say that? That if you choose one fund, the fund is checked by our company, is the fund is good, is the companies are good, okay? And that is a solid way to get a good revenue. And another thing, we made the check if the companies exist or are ghost companies, because some of the funds in the world is made by ghost companies, not solid companies. Another thing that is very important is we try to see if the diversification of assets exists, We don't like funds that have more than 1/3 in only company in the fund. Another good advantages of the golden visa investment is the tax exempt on the withdrawal of the fund. For non-residents, it's 0%. For residents, it's 10% now. And I think no one talk about this. Is give you the possibility to invest directly in the real estate the development market in Portugal. What can I say? In the future in Europe, if you don't have a visa, a permanent card, or something like that, you cannot invest in the markets. If you have a fund, you can invest in the market by yourself. Why? Because you can get the resident identity and they have a tax number. With that two things, you are able to make your investment in Portugal by yourself or with the help of someone. That is some of the key points of the advantages of golden visa investment fund application in Portugal. I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Hello, my name is Alexandre Vieira, but everybody in Portugal call me Alex. It's more easy. First, I'm going to talk today about the steps for the Golden Visa Investment Fund application. What I mean with that is the way to get the Golden Visa. First step is more important for me, contact a lawyer. And what is important to contact a lawyer? To have a POA with a lawyer, to get the tax identification, to get all the compliance of all documents, because you need personal documents, company documents, and your documents. Your documents like marriage certification, criminal records, proof of the residency proof in your country, the transfer of the money to the company that have the funds. You have many documents to submit to the government of Portugal to get your nationality. You cannot make this easily. It's a slow steps because you need the documents since they ask us, but we need some documents. For example, for the Golden Visa Fund application, we need a KYC form. Is a subscription form from the company and your personal documents like I said before, certificate marriage, certification proof of the address, certification criminal records of the investor, and then from the wife or from the sons if you have reunification, we need all the documents. Then after you obtain your tax identification, you can have to open a bank account in Portugal. To open a bank account is lots of work now because they have to obtain all these certifications and see if the money comes from a bank to the bank in Portugal, then the bank in Portugal, you buy the funds. It's step by step, do it. Another thing, you have to prove that the transfer of money is from a foreign account to his Portuguese bank account. You have to prove that the money came from out of Europe to go to the bank account, with that bank account you buy the funds. Another thing that is very important, the manager company of the funds issues a declaration for the golden visa. With that declaration that you subscribe, the last step, the management company made a declaration that you have $500,000 in funds, and then we submit all the documents to the government, with the government make an appointment to, and you came to Portugal to get your fingerprints, to sign the forms, and then you're waiting for your card. Now it's all the process is more fast within the government in Portugal, and is more easy than before. Some people don't have a good experience because of the COVID, but the government is working to be faster and simplify the process. I think you have to come here and see by yourself that Portugal is much better organized now than before, and we hope to help you to get your good experience in Portugal and see you in this lovely country. Thank you so much.
Following the other allocations, I would like just to detail what type of funds you can invest, what can you expect from these funds, and how can you have control under these funds. The program of Golden Visa through investment funds here in Portugal states two requirements, and these requirements they have to be fully understood by all the players in the Golden Visa procedure, the investment fund and the applicant. The first requirement is that 60% of the amount of the fund must be invested in Portuguese-based companies. This means Portuguese with headquarters here in Portugal. The other 40%, they can be invested outside of Portugal, or they can be invested in any other type of investments that the fund considers to be the best option. The fund can invest in equity, can invest in loans. The point is that never this type of investments, and this is the second requirement, can be directly related with real estate business. So real estate business is outside of these investment funds. Nowadays, taking this opportunity, many management funds companies offer programs, offer funds that are eligible for Golden Visa. There are very different and diversified portfolio of visas that you can invest, like in energy, like in renewable energy, like in healthcare, in hotel management, in agriculture, in manufacture, in education as well, in healthcare, in senior houses. So there are many different type of activities that the funds invest. Some funds invest in different activities, others they concentrate in just one. But it's important for you to know as well that you can subscribe multiple funds. The requirement is for you to subscribe €500,000, but this €500,000 can be distributed or allocated through different funds, and that way you can of course diversify your portfolio. Every of these funds, in order to be qualified for Golden Visa, must issue a formal declaration and also approval letter from CMVM, that is our government branch that regulates all the financial investments, saying that in fact they fulfill these two requirements of not investing in Golden Visa and having 60% of the investment here in the Portuguese companies. This is one of the documents that is mandatory for funds to provide you, and it's one of the documents as well that must be submitted to the immigration department. Every year, you as a fund holder, you need to receive, and you have to receive, a report from the fund stating what is the current status of the fund, what is the expected revenue, what type of the investments were done. And together with this report, this management report of the fund, also you need to receive the auditor's report. All funds are required to have certified auditors that review and approve the balance sheets and the accounts of the funds. That's quite important. Also, at the end of the program, you can sell your participation of the fund. You can keep it. It all depends on the terms and conditions of the fund that you subscribe. They can be different. They can be for 5 years, for 6, for 7, for 10. It all depends on what you choose to subscribe. But it's important to say that these funds cannot be made by anyone. They have to be made and approved by companies certified for our government, and they need to be audited yearly, and the auditors and the managers, they need to inform you as fund holders every year, so you can track how the fund is doing, and that you can be sure that your money is being well kept and well invested.